SDC tare da garejin motoci na Suleja tana daga cikin manyan kasuwanni 10 na Afirka wadda take a gefen IBB Market da ke garin Suleja.
This is Badeggi Radio.
Right now.
Now, you can listen to Badeggi Radio online
via Radio Garden and Radio Box.
or you can download Badeggi Radio app on Google Play Store.
Oh yeah.
Here we go. Get interactive with us on social media on Facebook
At www.facebook.com/Badeggi Radio 90.1 MHz.
Radio 90.1 FM.
Now, you can stay connected with the People Station everywhere and anywhere online.
Alright, it's a very wonderful and beautiful good morning to you, our beautiful listeners of Badeggi Radio 90.1 FM, the People's Station. It's another Tuesday morning, the 12th day in the month of May 2026. And right about now, the time check is 7:34 this beautiful morning, and it is time for that your wonderful and favorite breakfast show. That is the Global Review and the issues in the news this morning. My name is Sani Abdallah Ibile OG, aka Captain Dogo, and I am already in the studio with Mr. Usman Apaya and IG. Good morning this morning, gentlemen.
Yes, good morning. Good morning, Ebile. Good morning, IG, and good morning to all the beautiful listeners out there. Thank you very much for always staying right here with us.
Good morning, Mr. Ibile and Mr. Usman Apaya. And dear listener, welcome to the program.
Alright, so welcome to the program. Yes, so welcome. What about good morning this morning? Once again, yes, people have not seen water, yes, for over a month now. Yes, people have not seen water in the metropolis, and it seems it is biting harder. And the painful part now, Mr. Paya, is when you go to a particular place, maybe you just find a new location, people are not plenty there, you get to fetch water in time, By the time you go tomorrow, you think it is an influx of people from different areas that will come to that place, and getting water is now so hard and demanding.
People have put some information apparatus on ground to find out locations where they can have borehole water.
Wow.
Surprisingly, shocking to me, as usual every day, but today's one surprised me. When I was passing through the graveyard, this Angwandaji graveyard, I saw a whole lot of people coming inside the graveyard to fetch water. So this is to tell you the level of I don't know. I'm just trying to be very careful of the adjective I will use to qualify the government, so that you don't have some people misinterpreting. But that is the worst you can have. A government that cannot provide water, so people have to resort to going to graveyard. Makabarta nan ake zuwa iban ruwa. Ai wannan lalacewa yayi yawa. It's very, very unfortunate. But the most unfortunate part of the whole thing, as if you don't have people in the government. Okay, we understand that the governor is not in town. So this has now justified the fact that whenever the governor is not governmental activities in Niger State
is on a pause.
Yes, they will pause it. It will go into hibernation until the governor comes. So everything is all about the chief servant, or do I say the farmer governor?
Farmer governor.
He is the one in charge of everything. That is how it appears. And if it is not true, come and disabuse this man. Come and prove us wrong. The governor is not in town. It's not in town, and no water. No matter the outcry, people going to graveyard to fetch water.
That's to show you the level of desperation.
See, I don't know for all this.
That's the level of desperation.
I don't know for all the noise we've been making. That's how some people see we're making noise. Probably what we have to be doing now, in the dead of the night, every time of the day, we have to be going to some site to have some sight and sounds of people dropping out, so that we send it to whole world, so that the world will get to hear what's happening in Niger State.
Mr. Paya, I think we don't really need to put ourselves into this stress. I think it's a known fact by people within the state and even outside the state. They all know, because social media was agog some months back about the scarcity of this water. The whole world knows. So, and we're not going to be tired talking about this lack of water supply, the basic thing that the government is supposed to do. And it's looking like its government can't even do it. It's like it's provision of potable drinking water. It's not a rocket science. Understand what I'm saying? Because it is the least thing the government can do. If you can't provide water, then other things should be put on pause too. And it's unfortunate that they say we are talking. Yeah, that's what we are trained to do. Talk about the social problems the community or our state is facing. We'll continue to talk about that until our last breath. And nobody has the right to come and tell us, stop talking about the lack of water in our state. One thing that I'm sure of is this: government knows that there's no water in town. Government knows absolutely, and government knows what the problems are, and government knows what the solution is. So why are they not taking it up to do what they are supposed to do? It's not like we lack resources.
Give the most unfortunate part of the whole thing. This same government in about months to come will still go and campaign.
That you vote for me.
Going to tell people if a government, the say water has no enemy. A government that failed to provide water.
Just water.
We are not even talking about the whole of Niger State. The center of, the capital city, where we have conglomeration of everybody coming to the state. We have representation from the 25 local governments. So provide adequate water for the state capital. If you have visitors now, the day the wife of the first lady came, if peradventure she have decided to move around, is it now how she will see people
on the road with buckets and
wouldn't she
whatever?
ask that you are building flyovers, your people are running around, even around government house, you see people moving with jerry cans searching for water, and you are building flyovers. So what response will you give? No, honestly, I don't know. The commissioners, whether there is a commissioner of water resources, I don't know. Whether we have people who go to council meeting and deliberate. If you go to council meeting, I am asking the entire executive council of Niger State government, if you go to council, what are you discussing? Just tell us one thing you are discussing. You don't even talk to people. You feel government is your own turn. You do whatsoever you feel. So don't come to people and seek for vote 2027. Sworn yourself into office and start going.
We the Nigerites, we've been here, especially we in Chanchaga Light. We've been here for decades. and we know how every government comes and how they treat the supply of water in the state. But I can tell you that this is the poorest among them all. Poorest among them all. We've never experienced anything like this, and it's unfortunate that during budget presentation, huge amount of money we budgeted for the ministry, but another unfortunate thing is that this money will not be given to these ministries. This is what is happening in the state. Money will be budgeted for Ministry of Education and some institutions, and also water, because Ministry for Water Resources and other ministries. But at the end of the day, they don't get this money. But you budgeted for this money. Where is the money? And sometimes government can easily scoop money from here and there and from other places, and okay, let's solve this particular problem. Give me 2%, give me 5% give me 5% from other places, and bring this money to resolve this problem. That is how it is done anywhere you go to. If a government cannot provide water for just Mina alone, then that person should not even bother to seek for people's vote, as in for the entire state or for the entire country. If you are a governor, you can't even provide water for state capital. Don't even seek for positions that are bigger than that, because even for the state capital, you can't even do it.
All right. We hope the necessary authorities are listening to us right about now, because yes, this is biting too hard. Even water board, inside water board there was no water. I passed there yesterday, and you see tankers outside loading water from those particular points. I don't know, maybe the point inside has water, but the point outside was not having water. So for you to know that there is no water, even Chenchaga and its environs, who always seems to have water at every point in time, doesn't have water currently.
Mr. Ibile, please, if you can, there is this problem of insecurity in my area. I don't know if you can just take a few minutes to talk to the public, tell the authorities. There are boys from Soje area going inside Pakungo every night to torment the people there. They'll come with weapons, and as people run away, they steal things. And as they continue, they've been doing this, and police has been arresting them. But at the end of the day, there are accusations that police will give them bail, and they go out, and then they come back again, and they go out. It has been a recurring decimal in Bakungu. Bakungu youth have been very, very, patient with what is happening. They be entering Bakungu every night. Last night there were a gunshot. I was at home. Immediately I left left outside. I went back in, and there were gunshots everywhere. What is happening in the state capital? Is government also failing its responsibility to protect the lives of people inside the city? Not to talk of people in the rural areas. We are battling with the rural area, and now we have insecurity inside the capital city. And these children, most of them, if you investigate well, their parents are there. They'll go back home to their parents' house and sleep there. So what is happening to Niger State, especially the state capital? Niger State government need to wake up. Local government chairman, Dr. Aliheri, this is your territory. You do something about these boys. There was a meeting that was held, although we had one of the local government officials who came here and talked about it. What have you done? Do you want to we start having fights between these areas and start killing start happening? Is that when you are going to wake up and take up your responsibility
let me hold
as a government?
Let me hold your breath. You talked something about police, and you said you confessed that there was a gunshot yesterday.
Yeah.
This is to tell you that the police are doing their work. See, police hands are very, very, very tight.
By who? Who tie their hand?
Good. I'm coming. For how many times police are making arrests? If you are not careful before you even get to the office, they will put a call.
Yes.
Frustrated effort, endangering the life of all the security personnel, because these boys know them. See, there's nothing police could do if the government
cannot come in.
Most of these politicians, have you forgotten that there was a time they had meeting in this town when they said the speaker of state assembly was saying that they're talking to the politician, their own fellow politicians who are frustrating the effort of security. That nobody should go and talk for bail if they make arrests. Police arrest these criminals. They are working to take them to court so that they could be they will face justice. The next thing now, the prosecutor on his own at the middle of his work, a call will be put across to his superior. And you know how politicians, how they school things. Who are you? Even commissioner of police, if you don't dance to their tune now, they will spoil you. It's just a matter of going to Abuja and give some flimsy reasons and political reasons, and before you know it, the police commissioner is being changed. If not for the fact that this commissioner of police of the commissioner we are having now is a low, profession, and he understands his job very well. You think the level of insecurity in Mina will not be deteriorated to the condition you cannot even talk. So I think the government, the politicians are the one. Where is the law they make? There was a law on anti-terrorism.
Has it been passed?
Well, you can't call not even the member who actually sponsored that bill. You can call.
Can speak with the media.
We have called him now to come and explain, but he's running away from the radio. You understand?
The one essence of the law, you're passing a law where your citizens don't even know what the law is all about.
So to me, it's just most of them are just playing to gallery. The speaker have said something about that. Where is the stand you took? No any policeman that knows what he's doing will fire a shot and kill any of these miscreants you're talking about, because you'll be court-martial. And by the time they court-martial you, everybody will not turn his back against you.
So the local government, local government made pledge that they are, if a child is arrested and the parent come to bail, even the parents will be taken along, will be arrested too.
That's one thing, like I said,
they've said
they are just playing to the gallery of their gullible followers.
That is possible. So if you want people to hold you responsible for your words, then you have to come. Chanchega local government, please do something about this. If you can't, I think you seek the help of the governor. Let him come in and help with logistics and resources, so you can be able to tackle this insecurity within the state capital to the last. If you don't do that, you are looking for investment. Which investor will come with such money to come and put in a place where it will be vandalized by criminals in the state capital? So let's not waste our time, and let's also not make sure that these children also will start doing counter attack. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because by the time you are being attacked all the time, you tend to defend yourself, or you also take offensive measure to make sure that such thing doesn't happen. You can't, relegate your responsibility, and then when citizens start taking action, you say they are taking laws into their hand. This is no longer acceptable. You have to take your responsibility seriously.
Thank you, my G. I know you have been very emotional because it's your area, so it's understandable this morning. Yes, it's also my area too, so I understand where this is coming from. This is not a new thing. It has always been there between Bakungu and Soje axis. It has always been like that, but we hope that the authorities will come into that particular one. So let's take it back into the national scene, as we had Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan, submitting a nomination form at the Wadata Plaza yesterday. Yes, so I don't know, is this wiki-led faction of Samuel Yahu now the real PDP, or is it a Teni Mutaraki led? Because I see a whole lot of people going to submit at the Wadata Plaza, and the Wadata Plaza seems being controlled by Wiki faction. So I don't know.
I think the less we talk about PDP, without due respect, the better, because it's a party that has got a lot of confusion here and there, disrespect for court order. So why will you be discussing people who have no respect for the democratic principle? They have no respect for the law. Look at what Wike is doing. Nobody is questioning. Nobody is calling to order. Well, let's just talk something more important.
PDP has been it's divided into two, and people now realize that it is the one. Those in government are controlling are the ones who will be listened to. So, and it is the one that INEC will be listed in the platform, and also with. So definitely, if you want to contest under PDP, it has to be Wike Party. That is PDP. So that's excuse me, I call it Wike Party. So that's what you have to go to Wadata Plaza and submit. If you're a PDP aspirant, that's where you have to go. There's no any other place.
All right. Anyway, from that, we have more stories coming your way from the headlines, as FG introduces mandatory drug test for secondary school students. Yes, the federal government has announced plans to enforce compulsory drug testing for students in secondary schools across Nigeria as part of efforts to curb substances abuse among teenagers. The new directive is contained in the National Implementation Guidelines Against Drugs and Substance Use in Schools in Nigeria, a policy designed to create a safer and healthier learning environment for students nationwide. I think this is a good one to checkmate the use of drugs.
It's a good policy, and it's a very good one. As far as I'm even concerned, let's even step it down to even primary schools, because we've already seen children that are within the age of primary school who are also into drugs. I think they should step it down and start from there. The funny thing is that as they are taking these, consuming these illicit drugs, they move up to the ladder and they go to the higher institution and they continue to do that. Also, they take it to the higher institution and they continue to do that, even in the higher institution. And at the end of the day, you produce leaders, elected leaders who are drug addicts. It's a normal thing, because when a child starts and it is not stopped and he graduates from one level of education to another, and he graduates and he finishes, and then that's when you start having leaders who are consuming illicit drugs. So such person, how do you expect such person to think, wisely, and then produce policies that uplift the people of their state or of their country? So what is happening now? Look at, for example, children that are terrorizing the communities in the state capital are of secondary school age, and some of them are drug addicts. So they'll go to school. You need to go to these government secondary schools during the break or during the school hours and see these boys. By seeing them, they are already into drugs. And by doing this, anyone, according to this policy, if you are caught, you take him to rehabilitation center and you rehabilitate. And if you are brought back to the school, and also the same thing, something drastic has to be done. Oh, Nigeria will lose its future leaders to drug abuse.
Baba.
Welcome, sir. Baba.
Good morning.
Welcome, sir.
You are a bit late today.
What? Is it your business?
We have to find out now.
If at all.
We have to do our borders keep.
Okay, do you know what you are going to do? Do you know what you are going to do?
No,
go to State Secretariat and mark those who come late and those who come on time.
Let's come and go plenty.
Go there now. Go and find out how many people. Go every office. Every office. Attendance register. Let everybody come, and then you give everybody a check-in, a token, so that when they come, they'll clock in, and then all the payment of salary will be determined by attendance.
Wow.
What if they tell you they go to seek for get water before they come? Is it not very important? Because you have to advance.
Amma kai wani rashin kunya kake so kai wanda safe ne.
To yanzu
ka gani ina gani raining wani raining wayo ne wannan.
Civil servant.
A to baka zo aiki baka ce ka je neman ruwa? Ha?
Baba, how do you survive without water?
You go around, you don't bathe.
Amma kai saboda duniya na kwance da ba inda angulaye da jakai suke shan ruwa kuke shan ruwa ba. Inda angulu da jaki suke shan ruwa a irin streams irin springs in the streams.
Stagnated water.
So Africa, the Africa. To babu kwakwara Ahmadu Bello a gidan Angoku. Wait, kasan inda boso suka sauko a tsaunin nan. Kafin su sauko akwai kwakwara ka cikin tsaunin nan.
A kan tsauni?
Ka je bayan gwambirin na ka hau tsakiya daidai sama-saman nan za ka ga kwakwara.
A kan tsauni?
Na Ahmadu Bello. Sa Ahmadu Bello. Sardauna of Sokoto. Premier of Northern Nigeria. So ka zo nan ba ruwa. Do I owe you water?
We want to save you.
Save who?
That effort of coming with PEF. Can check on someone so that at least that's.
Baba said he woke up 4 o'clock.
Save you? You want to save me what?
No, we want to save you. That's.
Can you save me dinner daga what?
Or bringing that perfume for us.
Which perfume?
Okay, apply money.
Okay, wato ai ka san da naga cewa tsamin da kake yi kamar na bonsoro ne. Sai da zama hali with this odor, body odor, biyo naka ya zama kamar culture. Ana ado da rashin wanka sai na ga cewa to tunda yake gado ne ka gada ko kuma ya zama hali in barka kaya cikin kayanka mai turare dan goma kuma nace ba mutu aka yi man ba wannan Susan ko dan duwala dan Borno yace ya racha hancin mu ya zama used to odo hanci ka san kana jin abu kamar ka je kwata ne ka san kai da kake wucewa zaka ce muke wari haka amma su da suke wajen ya zama kamar matar in ba su ji wannan warin ba lafiya.
So yanzu ka gaya ma dan Borno cewa kana so ka addressing issue.
A'a na ga dan Borno cewa Allah ba shi kasuwan turare na daina saya. Don hanci na ya saba da warin gwanu.
Ai ka san warin fa ba na mutane kawai har da environment ma
ba magana environment ba ai ka bi tituna garin na kagin da aka zuba shara ka ga sharan da ba kwashe ba ka je gaban NSTA ka ga sharan da ke wajen ka zaga kamar sabon gari road ka ga sharan da ke wajen ka je kuta road ka ga sharan da ke wajen magudanar ruwa da shi general babangida Allah ya bashi iko ya kalle mu da rahama ya yi mana ka ga yadda aka cika shi da leda da shara da roba da menene hannun ma wani sai kai kawai ya tsuguna ya yi kashin shi. Yes.
Ba tare da bata lokaci ba.
To, so waste management kai bari in gaya maka.
Sewa ba.
Kwaya kuma ya zama abun tsoro na ci saboda kwanakin na ba wuta kuma refrigeration dinsu ya yi weak ko inda muke wucewa hanyar goma lalle an ci na booming.
Asara kenan.
Mr. Bombastic yan baba.
Still fantastic.
So kai kana zaune nan at least about in the last few days wuta ma ya improving we this we have improved. You
100.
What happened to your own?
We are waiting for rainy season so that we can get more water.
You are waiting for rainy season. Amma ka san wani abu inda ba muna radio ba da zan ce wallahi zan tsine maka zai.
To yanzu ga mutum ya jira ruwan sama kuma
domin ruwan sama ne ke rufa muku asiri.
To baba
in ruwan sama ya zo there is no need of pumping, there is no need of any chlorine, there is no need of sedimentation. Mu sai mu tare ruwan sama kowa sai tare ruwan sama a gidan shi.
Rijiya su samu ruwa.
Wa ke damuwa da ku? Allah sa maka da kai pumping rainy season.
Ku ka sani.
No ya zama ka dole zai saboda if you look at between the rainy season and the period of election the gap is closing, so we have to justify.
Ba mu ruwa lokacin da muke son ruwan ba.
Okay, going to election za ku yi pumping ruwa?
Dole mana. You have to.
Apa wa ma zai zabe ka? A wani party kake?
Ba fadi.
Wallahi wani na san party da kai yo.
The largest party in Africa.
Shi kake ciki yayin.
Whether you like it or not.
PDP.
Baba PDP
kuma PDP ya riga da baka kaskai. PDP is dead, you know.
Ka san wani abu duk wanda ya tsalle daga waje ya hau katanga ya shigo gida in ba barawa bane biyo shi a kai. Biyo abu ne biyo shi saboda waɗanda suka tsalle ko suka shiga fatin tsintsiya su ne kake cewa sun zama largest. Ai ya haye ne haure ne baki haure illegal aliens ne.
Party with 32 governors.
But most of the governors there illegal aliens. Baki haure ne suna da pass ta ya suka shigo.
Su aka fara.
Wai su yi defecting wani ya ce ya yi decamping wani ya ce defect ka sama na defect kuwa.
Defect.
Do you know the meaning of defect?
Akwai matsala ke ba daidai ba ne.
Wato ya yi ridda sun yi ridda ka bar wanda ya zabo ka kaji ka shi na za a baka wani abu ka koma can ko kuma
riddan siyasa kenan.
Ba ridda ba ne. To kuma baka sani ba kaga da speaker ya je zai ce ya zabi ne aka so a jawo shi kasa.
Baba, that incident reminds me of what happened to PDP in 2014. Suna kan mambari suna PDP power the all the platform almost failing.
To ai wannan structural failure ne wannan physically aka so a kamo rigan shi a jawo shi rigan aka so a ja security ya ce ku zabi wani aka ce na ka je har yanzu the feelers I'm having from Zaria sun ce ya dai san na kanshi
to iya ga fit da kai kenan. I don't know if you have seen another video that is making the round in the social media again when the PAPC were campaigning and Beast were chased.
Na ga wannan amma ka ga wani video kuma inda ake raba kuɗi an sa foto shugaban kasa where empowerment ana raba kuɗi physically.
So Baba, you have always called for quick measure, quick win.
Oh, wannan quick win ne?
Kasa in mutum ya
amma kai a baya kai envelope na leda ka cusa kudi a ciki kai silin din shi kuma naira ne ba dala ba a baya inda ka bani 20,000 yanzu ka ce in zo empowerment kasuwanci mai zai yi da shi goro zan sayar
20,000 naira nothing.
Guru.
But did this solve my poverty, solve my problem?
Baba, let them collect. Ku ansa kudin ku ne.
To su ansa kuma su je su can sun cewa.
Da ban ba su ansa ba. All the same.
That Abunga Baba, you need to stop thinking away from that because you still pay back whether I like it or not at the end of the day.
But if you don't collect the money, they will still take it back and take it.
You kasa mun da ke da wannan da kai. Kana da tendency na irin kai behavior ɗinka ba da yan ungo kuma masu bin juna da dare ya the same.
It will never be the same.
I've never the same now. Kai da kace ga wannan abun ka san wannan ba daidai bane ba bukatar al'umma ba kenan. A raba musu 10,000 20,000 ba shine bukatar su ba. Bai magana education ba, bai magana health ba, bai magana even ordinary water to drink ba, bai magana shi ba, bai magana security ba, bai magana ma in ruwa ya sauka ya zan je samu seed. Bai ma magana cewa inda na ce zan je yi noma akwai security ba. So kai kace a karba kawai ka zama lumpen proletariat.
Baba an kawo an ce ku zo ku ana rabawa kuma mun san ce akwai talauci a kasa.
The implication of all this in this is normal.
This is a psychological enslavement. Ana karba kai ka je ka karba a yadda kake but what problem did that 20,000 solve for you?
What I'm saying is this: either you collect it or not, this money will end up in their private pockets.
And that is what is throwing the content.
And the money is already been in their pocket.
Yes.
So it is going back to the. So
it is already from their
pocket already.
So you should not take the money.
To baka ji yanzu rikicin da ake tsakanin governors the progressive government.
Yes.
80 billion.
800 billion. Which kind 80 billion? 800 billion. Yes, but I have a video on it.
Where deduction from FAC.
From FAC. Yes. But I have a video on it. Baba.
Baba, we are somewhere with a billion. You talk about Kudenga, somebody who steal billion, is about 1 million, 2 million. And you know how they do it? Technically, they will give you such a way that you cost over. We are with a billion somewhere, I won't mention the place. A politician gave 5,000 naira. And you see the number of people who are fighting over that money. Until they measure a billion, they say 5,000 naira. You call to confirm how much the money is 5,000 naira. So all of you are fighting because of 5,000 naira. If he give you more, you will not fight. That's how the politician, that's the psychology. In akaba kudi kadan,
you come back again with that.
You understand? So somebody steal billions and gave you touching and you are celebrating him. No. It's unfortunate.
It is very unfortunate.
With the APC Governors Forum we've been watching, turns out it wasn't just about egos. It was about huge campaign funds and control. Well, according to the Will Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu had to personally step in to settle a massive rift over the campaign funds allegedly raised by APC governors for his 2027 re-election campaign. And at the center of it all is Imo State Governor Hope Uzodinma, the chairman of the Progressive Governors Forum. Here's what allegedly happened. Well, according to the will, governors were making monthly deductions from their FACA locations into an account controlled by Uzodinma. The money was supposed to promote government policies at the grassroots ahead of 2027, initially under something called Renewed Hope Ambassadors. Then they created a separate structure, Renewed Hope Network. specifically for the re-election campaign. The funds were supposed to be transferred there, but Hope Uzodinma reportedly became evasive about rendering accounts. When pressed, he claimed the funds had to be expended, no breakdown, no receipts, just the monies being spent. Well, less than 24 hours after some governors allegedly tried to remove Hope Uzodinma as chairman of the Progressive Governors Forum, 18 governors gathered in Abuja on Friday to pass a vote of confidence in him.
But the fact of the matter is that the APC Progressive Governors Forum is very united. We're stronger now than any other time. And of course, we are all supporting our president, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, what he has been doing. We also want to assure everyone that APC is united, governors are united.
All right. Well, you know, the Will is also reporting that substantial funds have been recovered from Hope Uzodinma. His rendered accounts, processes are in place to retrieve the remaining funds, and that the rift has been settled. Again, this is a report by the Will. All of these are still allegations at this point, but of course it is, you know, one of the biggest stories over the weekend because, like you said, it has now shown that there might be some sort of fragmentation within the APC. Your thoughts?
Thank you so much for using that big word, allegation,
Yes.
because I would comment very circumspectly because it hasn't yet been confirmed. It's the Will's report, and this is what journalism is about. You find facts out. But one of the things that we know is true is that there was crisis in the APC based on the announcement of a vote of no confidence in the chairman of the Progressive Governors Forum. And one of the things that had been mentioned was mismanagement of funds. So that's facts we can actually take. And so now going further, they say that they've exposed that about 800 billion naira was there. One of the things I would say, I mean, they say they settled it, it's now been restored, despite the fact there were factions. I said it last week that until we hear how the president comes into the matter and how he settles it, we cannot say for sure that, you know, Governor Hope Uzodinma has been removed. But two things I want to point out here. Number one is that when you look at leadership and the leadership process and the kinds of leaders that Nigerians want, these are some of the things that begin to tell us what kind of leaders. Because if you cannot manage funds within your party, allegedly, and there's mismanagement of funds, how can you manage the funds of a state, even of a local government or of a country? And then, very importantly, the FAC allocation conversation, because this is almost a running joke every year, the political season, there's, the penultimate year before a political election, there's always spending by politicians and governance is dead. A Punch report today says that within 3 months, in the last 3 months, government spending in 26 states plunged by 2.19 trillion naira. It means that governments in this state have stopped spending money on capital projects. This means that we are sacrificing the good governance meant for the people on the altar of politics, and this is what the Nigerian people suffer. Election cycle after election cycle. When will this end? When will the people wake up and begin to ask for accountability from their elected representatives, their governors, their local government chairman, their president, so that the money that's meant for the people does not go into politicking? And this is across board, not just for a political party, but at every election cycle we talk about the cost, the opportunity cost for the Nigerian people, how people are languishing under the high cost of living crisis, yet we keep talking about high capital project that should be for the benefit of the people going to political season. It is shameful, and I hope that we'll begin to wake up and stop and end this horrible culture where the people suffer.
The government keeps saying they've given more money to the states. And we are hearing allegations, underline the word allegations, that money that is supposed to be for the people are being used to be able to ensure that somebody gets re-elected. Is this democracy? Nigerians answer.
Well, all right.
See, Baba. The money that is meant for the people is now being brought back to ensure that somebody is re-elected.
Very good, yes.
800
amba mukudi amba mukudi Tinubu ya ba mukudi sosai ba muson ya ba mukudi saboda haka dole abunda ya ba mu dole mu ma mu bashi.
How do you want to bashi?
Wanda ya baka ka bashi in ka bani na baka.
About what?
Baka bani kuma ba.
Oh, amma da aka baka kace shi kadai ka sani al'umman ka kasa da su
kuma ka zo ka ce su baka ƙuri'a
to za ka rubuta a rubuto ga rubuto ta a local government
lalle ka rubuta
so za ka rubuta no case the judiciary is part of the no case
so they say no case local government
come
local can you come to state and national and
say no case me ba si faru ba
we all have to
die the case the judgment is sin die
Baba. We all have to be on the mandate.
Who announced it?
We all have to be on the mandate.
Which mandate?
The mandate.
Which mandate?
Kai kasone abu.
Yes, Baba.
Go back to Apaya and listen to what Konkoso has been saying yesterday regarding Kasan. The North is Buruha. They are all insulting Konkoso left and right. So the issue there, why this wretched assault on Kokoso?
He took us back memory lane to see what happened during Ahmed Samad Bello, what happened during Shagari, and the reason why he is doing what he's doing today.
He said so.
Yes.
But you see, when I sit down here and say, start from the first cabinet of let's start the Fabelewa, 1953 cabinet. And then going forward to 1959 after general elections, previous to about 1956-57 cabinet, there is that symbiotic relationship between the Northerners and the Easterners.
Yes.
So this, the Zikist movement, the Igbo Union, and then the NCNC that emerged
in the East.
It emerged first in the West. Zik won the Western House majority vote, and then they use a very Dudua mentality to cross carpet, to jump from NCNC to Action Group, and that's why the Aolo was able to form a cabinet. It was Zik that could have been the premier of Western region. You want confirmation?
Confirm.
Those facts are there. Those facts
The history is there.
Nobody.
Wait.
Baba, the history is there.
Before somebody somewhere abuse me,
the history has always been there.
Go back to Google. I ask NCNC's performance in Western region vis-a-vis Action Group, the first regional election in the Parliament of Western region.
Anyone who has this knowledge should also create a space to dispel it.
Because like you say, what was also advancing because we have our own different views about what is happening, but he knows what he's into, and he is now trying to justify the reason why he has to marry his political.
What did you say?
With Peter Obi.
Okay, it says during Nigeria's first republic, the rivalry between the NCNC and AG was one of the biggest political battles in the country. The NCNC led by Nnamdi Azikiwe performed strongly in the Eastern region, while the AG led by Obafemi Awolowo.
That was before Obafemi Awolowo came up. So the first election,
the Western region,
the Western first election, NCNC won.
Yes, all right. It says that the NCNC tried to take control of the Western region and initially looked close to victory. Azikiwe even contested from Lagos and became opposition leader in the West.
That is it.
However, the AG formed alliances with smaller groups and secured enough support to form the regional government.
That is it.
Yes. The defeat was very significant because it stopped Azikiwe from becoming the premier of the Western region, like you said, as it marked the beginning of intense ethnic and regional
Azikiwe could have been the premier of Western region. Azikiwe all his life, I told you I lived in his house briefly.
He was a nationalist.
He was a nationalist. The West African pilot.
True nationalist for that matter.
So the issue now of Igbo nationalism, we are going to look at Igbo nationalism, the Igbo Union, as a fundamentals of the struggle from 1940s, immediately after the Second World War, and then again the Nigerian Student Union in Europe, especially in UK. It's formed by the influence of Zik, because there is this Zikist movement. Check for me, Zikist movement.
Yes, there is
Zikist movement.
Yes, the Zikis movement was a radical nationalist youth organization in colonial Nigeria, inspired by Nnamdi Azikiwe, popularly known as Zik. It emerged in 1946 as the militant youth wing of the NCNC and became famous for its strong anti-colonial activism against British rule. The movement was founded by young nationalists who believed constitutional politics alone was too slow in ending colonial rule. They admired Nnamdi Azikiwe and adopted his nationalist ideas.
Okay.
The Zikis wanted immediate independence for Nigeria, end to colonial oppression, African unity and self-determination, greater political awareness among Nigerians.
Why did this teach you? Zik was not a travelist to begin with. The West African pilot he edited was not talking about Igbo nationalism. Okay, check Igbo Union for me.
Okay.
Not Igbo. Igbo Union, not Igbo. This Igbo thing. This Igbo thing was later.
Okay.
All right. The Igbo Union, later known as the Igbo State Union, was one of the most influential ethnic and socio-political organizations in colonial Nigeria. It was formed to promote the welfare, unity, education, and political interest of the Igbo people. The organization began in the 1920s at the Igbo Federal Union before later becoming the Igbo State Union. Yes, a union became very powerful in eastern Nigeria and worked closely with nationalist movements during the struggle for independence. It supported many nationalist causes linked with Nnamdi Azikiwe and the NCNC. So there's a connection.
But do you know that it has scholarships and it has all of sort of...
yes, it states here that the union was not political. It also raised scholarship for students, built community support networks, assist Igbo traders and migrants, encourage literacy and modernization.
You see, when you arrive in Lagos, it is the Igbo Union that will give you where to stay. It's the Igbo Union that will give you capital to trade. When the Hausa comes to me now, he goes to Talba's grandfather's house to have somewhere to stay. And they have to have something to do and to have something to eat. Is it political?
No.
It's social cultural. So you have to dissect the current of from Biafraism. Do you understand that? Okay, let's listen to Konkoso.
Yes, let's have a listen.
Agreed publicly but competed privately. Can you categorically say that there is no hidden struggle for control, not necessarily you and Peter Obi, but between your camp and his camp?
Well, I can tell you from my experience, as former Deputy Speaker of the House of Reps, I had an opportunity to work with my Speaker, and we worked very well. I was in Kano for 8 years. Despite the difficulty of my then Deputy Governor, we were able to work for 8 years amicably to the extent that I handed over to him. And of course, in the Senate and other places in the NDDC, we worked amicably with people. You see, the problem people are having, especially leaders, is that they are too greedy to the extent that they begin to have issues. But from what I have seen at federal level and state level where I had opportunity to work, there is so much to do. You don't have to fight, you advise. You give it, there is too much to be done. And in fact, that's why you have even ministers. You have other chief executives and so on, and so many advisors. So I don't see from my experiences of the past why deputies or vice will fight with the president or governor or so. So I am positive that we will have a very good working relationship. And I can tell you that you can see it even from the past. During the First Republic, we had people, the leadership, political leadership from the North, work together closely with the people from the Southeast during the NCNC and of course NPC days. So also in the Second Republic, immediately after the war, of course we were younger people at that time, but I, as a students leader, I had an opportunity to be part of the national movement that at the end of the day culminated into MPN and our own portion of PRP. And you have seen what happened. Our leaders, Shagari and others, worked very closely with the Southeast as Alex Ikweme as his vice president. It went on and on. I think there was a change during the about the Third Republic, where I was Deputy Speaker, House of Reps, where for many obvious reasons, there was an election. The election was annulled. And after all that, the government under the military that time, for that reason and many other reasons, decided to bring in Shonakan from the southwest, just maybe because of the cancellation of that. And even after that, maybe the military and other leaders worked together and brought in Chief Olusegun Obasanjo from the southwest again. And it went on and on. Even the Bola Tinubu now probably is a beneficiary of all that. So the point I want to make is that right from the beginning, this sort of alliance has been in existence. For whatever reason, it was derailed, but now we are going back to what Tafawa Balewa
and trying to revive it
have done during their time, and in Second Republic, Shehu Shagari and co did with the leadership of the Southeast. So they are our friends. We want to work together with them. But for me, it wasn't just because, we are going to Southeast just because of Southeast. No. I looked around together with our leadership in the North to say, okay, who do we think is capable? Who can come and work together with us honestly so that we can move this country? And along the line, we realized that Peter Obi is at forefront of it, and that's why we all accepted to work together.
And beyond just the two of you.
So, Baba, yes.
You have said it all. Have I not been saying the same thing here? We went just to elect Alex Ekomi, and our Oga said, no, let's give it to Obasanjo. We came out of prison, destitute, broke. His Oga. And we have obeyed. And we dumped Alex Ekomi and then went for that destitute old man who eventually thought that it's about Bagri and Amala and Pomo. And then everybody is nobody. He began to look down at everybody. So that's the biggest mistake that we made. Instead of looking across the Niger River, the other side of the coin. And that's why he did 8 years. And they are coming again to do 8 years, as if it's a private business.
So he set the political trajectory.
That was the beginning of the problem, because by then we say, okay, Babangida, come in. Obasanjo, do 1 term. Babangida, come, do 1 term. So let it be open. There is nothing like not to 8 years, South. There is nothing like the dichotomy. Politics is beyond tribal or regional hegemony. It's dangerous. Power shift, pushing it by force against the will of people, is dangerous. When the person you are pushing it to have no numbers, it's undemocratic. It's an electoral value. And you can see when they push it, Obasanjo never win his ward, never win his unit. And now what happened eventually? He became very what he was, showed who he is. Babangida, who brought him, he attacked Babangida actually. But if Babangida was supposed to have learned, he could have learned when Babangida became military president. All the attacks, Obasanjo was attacking him. Babangida forget one. That Ibrahim say, yes sir. that military tradition of obey before complain. Babangida never complained, but it's not fair. They are not fair to Babangida. Obasanjo was never fair to Babangida. Why did he go to Jesha Lodge in Ikoyi and run under the bed? Only when the shootings took place at Bank Road, near the Federal Secretariat in Lagos in the early morning of February 13th. Who went to the radio of Nigeria empty-handed? They said, Dinka, it's over.
It's over.
Find your level.
Yeah, if you want to shoot me later.
If you want to add me to the list of those you murdered, go ahead. No wahala.
You're my guest.
Dinka, you know me, I know you. This thing don't fair. I know Dinka even run to the British High Commission. They should bring Gawon back. But who pardoned Gawon? Was it not Shagari? Abi?
Of course.
And who pardoned Ojukwu? Was it not Shagari? So was Shagari a builder or a destroyer?
It's a builder. It's a builder.
And then within a short while, who are those that took Shagari out? Buhari. And what did the Buhari do? Counter trade. Blocking people's shops. War against indiscipline. Beating people up. Shooting those who have cases of drug. But they were never, there was no execution. There was no execution law. There was no, they backdate it and line them up and kill them. And then when Buhari wept, a peace was formed for him. And then when Buhari do 8 years, pushing us into all sorts of problems, the other partner who was saying, it's my turn, me too.
And I will continue from where it stopped.
So, me too. And then the first thing he said, that subsidy is gone. And then what do we get?
More money for governors.
And then what? Governors become more arrogant and reckless and irresponsible.
Because of we gods.
Because of we gods. And then they don't even care whether you have water to drink. So they were building fire for you. To decorate, you see, it's the Tower of Babel. You need decoration. There are decorations that are decorating the town. Mina village, Mina Tungan Libra Railway, Tungan Libra NA, Tungagi Libra 5 flyover. Do you have 100 cars now on the road? 100 cars.
But Baba, imagine if this flyover were completed before the wife of the project came. Don't you think should apply on the flyover?
She and her entourage and wave pass through it. And then what does that signify?
You've gotten a first ladies.
The message will go to Abuja.
It's a presidential wave.
It's a presidential wave. Exactly. The presidential wave.
Cousin, sometimes I think you need psychiatric evaluation.
But you're going to have
ovation.
A standing ovation.
But do you know that you need a psychiatric evaluation?
Okay, if I need psychiatric evaluation, I'm just probably I might just be imagining or talking about it. How about the real person who is doing it real? The constructor of the flyover. How will you want to place us side by side and analyze us?
Okay, you are him. So now, for you, you need a psychiatric, analytical evaluation by Freud. Cousin Freud. Freud.
Okay, Freud. Okay.
Freud. That's psychoanalyst.
But if I'm being, referred to a psychoanalyst to actually look at my psyche, my mental
status.
If actually my psyche is balanced.
Yeah, it's balanced now because it's the decoration.
I cannot
you're in a wider you're already in asylum.
Everybody is
you're already in a psychiatrical asylum.
For me to analyze,
you're already a member of an asylum. You're in are you not in chain?
Bondage.
Are you not in bondage? Must I even hold you? The conditionalities that you are facing today is not enough to dampen your emotions.
So say, I think 2027 we have to get ourselves out of this shackle.
Which is shackle?
Shackle of bondage.
We are in it. It is a cycle. IMF that gave you money, which you blew by buying New Hope vehicles. Do you think they will say, is it Yaradua that you are going to bring back from hell, from heaven, and say, okay, withdraw the revert? Will you revert to subsidy?
Subsidy don't go.
It's gone forever.
But will it be gone forever if we have somebody like Dangote as a president of this country?
A level-headed person.
A business person. If assume that is Dangote that is the president.
Who will say, okay, let's
because
to the first of the and block leakage.
Do you know that right now Dangote can sell fuel for you at 500 naira per liter?
But he's have not been given that level playground to do that. Probably
if they give him enough crude.
He have not been given the ground to do that.
Do you know that we are buying petrol in Mina the same price with what is being sold in New York? $1 per liter is what we are buying here.
Yeah.
That's true.
Do you have the same earnings?
No.
Do those in New York?
No.
Or Washington?
No.
Or California?
No.
And you don't get the real service.
And then they are now telling you that your economy is balanced now because the Naira has found its natural level. True level.
It is still where it is.
Next level. Naira is not in next level.
They say Naira has now found its natural position.
Yes. At
yes.
1,500.
So we'll never go down.
For now,
that is
the natural.
That's why it's meant to be.
Naira from those days that Naira used to be even
50 kobo
to $1. So that is not your natural.
Do you know that even by 1970, 20 kobo, $1 was 20 kobo, and do you know at the time 1 naira is 1 pound?
Oh.
By 1980, 1 naira is 1 pound.
Europe shoulder.
And then do you know at the time British government borrowed from Nigerian government, and do you know at the time Gawan is saying our problem is not the money but
is how to spend it.
So what went wrong?
Along the line, Baba.
Okay, Baba, reflecting back to what Uswa is saying, because we are now at the
if you look at it, there is nothing like Atiku ADC in this calculation. No.
ADC, Baba.
ADC is gone.
It's gone.
Atiku is gone. Because Atiku dismantled ADC by making a statement that it is his own party that what was formed at his palo.
So they feel.
But you see, there are candidates of ADC at lower level, state level, but on the federal level, House of Reps and the senatorial candidates. But the national president, the presidential candidature of ADC is not looking very good. And then the 6 million vote that Atiku got from the north and some part of this country before, can he get it again?
Big question.
And then Konkoso that you are looking down on, if Konkoso toe this line, tie up this properly, and go out and continue to go on speaking tour, despite all the bricks that have been thrown at him by Atiku supporters and the APC underground opposition elements.
How you now say if Konkoso will package this propaganda?
It's not a propaganda, it's the truth. What have I been saying here?
This is reality.
I've been saying this for the last 2-3 months, that Igbo people are not our enemies.
They are not.
And that if you look at the first cabinet of Sir Tafa Balewa in 1953, Azumbamba Due and the rest of them were there. Orifo Orize. And who was acting prime minister when Tafa Balewa was even murdered.
Okay, Baba, from record, not even from record till death, we have been saying it that any village that you go, no matter how remote the village is,
there is an Igbo person.
You see, you went away from that village. We now agree, Igbo are very good friends, but Baba, we have fears. you know,
that Igbo is a dominant.
Not even a dominant. I'm looking at the character of Peter Obi because he seems to be leading the Igbos now, and they so much believe in him. The issue they are having now is how will they sell it. You know, selling him will not be much problem if there is continuous education, awareness, and reorientation. Now, the problem now, Baba, is if you look at Peter Obi as a person, it's not flamboyant. There are some of these you use in judging person because you can see some of the politicians you're having in the north. Somebody is just looking for slightest opportunity, and the next thing, the kind of flamboyant life he lives, you cannot give trust to that kind of person.
Are you talking of Edisirika? Who wants from nowhere they build a palace in the village where the same village no water to drink. The primary school there is tattered.
If you build primary school there, build hospital, how will you intimidate people? You will not intimidate. So that is the culture. So, but if you look at the
then he has this giant Argentinian polo horses all tied up. Each one costs about 50 million.
But it's only in the north. It's only in the north. The person you know yesterday was nobody
who was selling some recharge card.
Yes, and you be super and automatic super rich.
I say who was selling recharge card?
In 2015, sold recharge card. In the same 2015, became billionaire.
Extremely rich.
That is not for you. Now, okay, look at the character of Peter Obi.
I know, but if you are talking of that, is not for you. But along the road, paint it completely. The Almajiris with their rubber plate, they are lining the route.
Okay, if you take this Almajiri off the road, if they eventually take them, why is that what the mood to see intimidation?
So that Almajiri syndrome is a perpetuation of class struggle. Don't you think that Almajiri syndrome, you are also making a foundation for Boko Haram, you are making foundation for a recruitment center for ISIS and Al-Qaeda.
Exactly.
Who care? Their children and grandchildren are going to be here. Time will come that even Europe will be saying, no, we don't want to see you. Is there anything in Europe now?
No.
According about England, nothing. England is not comfortable. A lot of Yoruba people that grew up in London are all coming back. England is no longer comfortable. It's expensive. The cost of living is a challenge. Cost of living. The groceries are expensive. They want to come back home. A lot of them that are in bad area are back. A lot from Oyo are back. A lot from Lagos are back. The unfortunate ones that went to Canada thinking that Canada is going to be sweet, they end up as laborers. Somebody working as a manager in the bank sold his house, sold his property, went to Canada thinking that he will get a banking job. You have to go back and go to school and they examine you. You have to go through the ladders. You have to. You see, in Europe, they don't just appoint you over everybody simply because you have a tribal connection or you have an emirate connection. If no emir will listen to you, the King Charles will not give your name. You have to earn it. No retired general there will say, "Okay, I'm recommending you." You have to earn it. Here, you don't need to earn it. Here you don't need to be educated. Here you can be crude. So long somebody stand for you. Abashi, Sambashi. Whether you can do it or not. And that's why you have flyovers where there are no vehicles. It's not only here in Niger State. Go to Gombe, it's the same syndrome. Go to Bauchi, it's the same syndrome.
Most northern states.
But I've seen,
all over
I've
the
seen
country.
I've seen a commissioner that cannot effectively communicate with people. This communication, since Nigeria day isn't.
Can you speak Hausa? The commissioner, can you speak Hausa?
Probably in Hausa.
But can you speak Bagi Onope? Worst case scenario. Let him speak his language now.
How?
Let the state assembly here speak Hausa. And then let them have a state assembly radio so that all what they are saying is automatically on the radio during their sessions.
Probably when they can get.
And then somebody will now come out and say, no, how can Hausa is imported? Whereas Bari Onope. Another problem.
Or they will ask, say, okay, let's get interpreters.
So that now you be speaking Hausa and somebody will be interpreting in Nope.
So can't you get automatically a person who can communicate effectively without getting an interpreter?
Okay, I don't know for you. But the point that we are still making, we are still in trouble. Because we are ideologically bankrupt. We are neither following the Islamic fundamental laws of accountability and the leadership. We are not following the Islamic philosophy. Neither are we following the Western philosophy of accountability, of the canon law. We are not following the Sharia law. We are not following the canon law. We are not following the common law. What the law says in the books is one thing. What the judges pronounce is another thing. When the judges become errand boys of politicians, what happened?
No future.
Then the conduit of bribery and corruption within the judiciary are the sons. Go back up any. Somebody who was in number 4 on the ballot became number 1.
All of a sudden.
And not only
And then
and
then you went to the house of the chief judge. He has dollars in stacked in various vaults. There are vaults in the chief judge of federation. Dollars, currencies.
Which denomination?
Ina ya samu then naka yanzu da aka kama matan shi da dala 100 da nawa 150 ne ko 160 ne ta sayar kanwa ta sayar ko sai
about business
akwai gratification
akwai gift
gratification
akwai gift
you are allowed to collect gratification. Okay, let me ask you. Do you know Tom David West?
David West, yes.
Who was Minister of Petroleum? Is it they said they gave him a gold watch and the Babangida sacked him? David West, look for it. Why he was removed as a Minister of Petroleum? Tom David West. Catch a gratification. David West by Ambasha Agogobani. Gold plated, not even 100% golden, but gold plated. Gold plated Rolex.
You are talking about
you are talking of gratification, and this is an open case of gratification under the military rule. And then what was Buhari's issue with the civilians? He was given 100 years, 30 years, 40 years, and the one Ganduje collected on the camera, he said which technology was used. He didn't remember when he was giving people 40 years, 50 years imprisonment. What technology used to arrive at Ganduje's old video collecting dollars. He never went back to say I was the one that was given 50 years, 70 years imprisonment. I was the one taking the politicians to Kirikiri. I was the one putting ministers, all the Shagari ministers, they died one after others. Were they poisoned to perpetuate military rule? And enough study done of the January 66 coup. Who are those that are silently involved? Which emirate people that were involved in that coup? Because it cannot be purely an Igbo affairs. Because even the Zogu self is not an Igbo man. He's from Asaba. Can he even speak Igbo? That is happening, and you have to. If I've told you earlier here that some months ago, you have to look at the writings of the revolutionary writings of the struggle for nationalism, coming from 1950 to 60s, when there's this struggle against French imperialism, French colonialism, French resistance to colonial rule, colonial harassment of the French. It was assimilation, but it was crude. They killed a lot of Arabs. The Algerians, the Berbers. The struggle was terrible. The Algerian struggle for independence, and that's why you have this the writings that comes out of it from these philosophers and professors, the wretched of the earth, and the rest of that. And then that affected this struggle. The beautiful ones are not yet born. All that literature of the things fall apart. The beautiful ones are not yet born. No longer at ease. Affected the behavioral of even the military. The mood of coming out of independence. And then seeing the flamboyant of the politicians that were even jumping through the windows of the state of the Federal Assembly. Can you remember? During the crisis.
Yes.
And then the politicians taking over the position of the colonial officers, dressed like a colonial officers, and then become DO, district officers. The civil service after the independence, the black civilians took over the role of the white oppressors. You see, you are a public officer, you are sitting in the back of a black Mercedes Wabenzi. That's what they used to call Wabenzi Group when Kenya got its independence, and the Wabenzi Group, and then the driver is driving you with a white uniform, starched uniform, with hand gloves, driving you. That's how it used to be. That's psychology. That's what encouraged the so-called revolution or the so-called coup against the civilians. It's beyond Igbo thing. So for them now to bring the video where they say they interviewed late Sadona, and he said anywhere you get an Igbo, he wants to dominate. Now, did the Igbo dominate you?
No.
Did the Igbo man dominate you?
No.
Or is it because the misadventure of Ironsi that was talking of Decree 20, was it Decree 25, the unitary government, the fear of the unitary that led to the meeting of the chiefs in Ibadan, that led to the coup that was terrible? Or is it because Nzegu refused to, Nzegu didn't face justice? You understand? Ironsi failed because he didn't prosecute those boys that were involved in the dastardly action. One thing leading to another. And now are you looking at this that Igbo traders were doing at Kanu, Kaswasa Wangari, that Sadona is dead, nothing you can do about it because of the low level of understanding. So it's complicated, but it's simple.
It's simple, it's complicated. I saw one.
Do you see what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. And you cannot compare an elite competition with a primitive, illiterate market politics of the plebeians. If you're in Rome.
Exactly.
It's unfortunate that people don't speak to power.
Which power? Which power are you speaking to?
I saw a video of Bode George who was actually speaking. I don't know if have you seen that video?
But he said he's going to leave Nigeria.
He's going to leave Nigeria.
But who? But if you are talking of Bode George, what about those who said that they are going to throw their American green card?
Bode George, before election, he said if Tinubu win, he's going to go on exile. He eventually came back, but he's coming with another explosive video.
Our time is fast spent already.
Probably we might look at it tomorrow.
Yes, we might look
that
at
video
that
because
tomorrow.
That's
is it so quick? Your time is so spent.
Yes, Baba, it's already 8:48 already this morning. So I think we have to open the phone lines right about now. But before that, Baba, Nigeria risk hike in condom prices over escalating US-Iran war.
What correlates that one to condom price?
Are we importing?
Baba, condom is a petrochemical based. It's relies on the petrochemical based material. Yes.
Okay.
So now, Baba,
so you are now telling me that condom is good because I'm the shower for
Baba, don't talk. Baba, now for the listeners out there.
No, wait. It's high time we draw the line.
Which line,
I say, Baba.
Da ya kalli uban shi ya ce kondo ya yi tsada. Ni a tuni uban ka ne dan iska ne ke.
Baba.
A to ina zuwa kwanan gida. Ina daukan kwanan gida kenan ko.
Sai Baba.
No.
Sai Baba.
In za ka kalle ni da rashin kunyanka da rashin hankali a to ka kalle ni ka ce kondo ya yi tsada.
Baba.
A to freedom of the press ya ce da za ka kalle ni ka ga mu a fa amma kai ma ina ji kai ma me yasa baka mare shi ba ka san da yarbawa ne a'a ka san da yarbawa ne ji a faya ka san wanda da yarbawa ne a'a wanda da yarbawa me yasa baka ji mishi ba
ka san bai ba sa da gindi zama su ne gasi
yarbawa ai na a goma shoro ne ko sa mun gani
ko gila ba
ko gila ko ka san wani abu wannan da yarbawa yana cikin wadanda za mu san da za mu yi maganin shi za mu yi maganin ka za mu haɗa ka da hukuma za haɗa ka da hukuma ba ka ce wani baka da kunya ba har ma ka ce ma akwai kondom
ba dai za ka kawo ba biki ba
wallahi zan kira abiyodu in ce to za a ka kawo mishi burodi ka san irin burodi na
kwaki din
a'a cika ture za a kawo mai burodi cika ture da fiya wata wani wake ruwa zai dinga sha don na san amma ka san kai ɗayar bawa wato
say baba no baba what I'm saying this is so that we can advise the people out there
amma ni za ka ja hankali na ka ce kondom ka san wannan rashin kunya ne
say baba
ɗayar bawa wallahi zai tilin da kai
baba ka san ni ne second to the last born ai baba
economic situation in Zanga is biting and kuma you have to give birth to children that are going to maintain.
So condo is one of them. Amma ka san wannan you are going to an area that you are not a specialist.
But family planning I can
yanzu a wani ka je some areas a northern Nigeria ka ce musu family planning. Amma ka san sun fara accepting family planning. And child spacing kuma ka sa akwai wadanda ake sa musu it's like a substance sa a yanka fatan mace a sa mata dinka sannan yana slow release kuma eventually the hormonal balance and behavioral duk suka ga mace ta zo ta haukace indirectly tana behaving funny hormonal imbalance sannan kuma menstrual cycle wani lokaci mai dauke completely
on that one there is a reduction in the number of affected people with HIV in this country so with this increment in the price of condom don't you think that effort will now go to waste?
It might hello good morning this morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning this morning.
Good morning, Baba. Good morning, sir.
Morning.
I appreciate all of you people for bringing us up to speed.
Thank you.
I don't know for how long we can continue to tolerate this issue of insecurity. You can see Mr. President decided to appoint Major General as the advisor on Homeland Security. When we have National Security Advisor, what kind of lopsided appointment is that? What we want about this issue of insecurity is reinforcement. About 42 lives being killed in Zamfara and Benue. For how long Nigerians will continue to tolerate all these killings on a daily basis? They are busy talking about 2027 when Nigerians being killed on a daily basis. For how long? Are we able to tolerate
comrade, listen. The National Security Advisor is a National Security Advisor. The Homeland Security, this is a retired general. He's a combatant probably. He has been trained. He has more experience in security matters in combat, yes. To combat terrorism.
Again, on this platform, we've been calling that those retired generals.
Yes, because apparently, no, Badu is not a. It's not
sound in terms of yours.
What about the Minister of Defense?
All right, away from that, Baba, we have this one about listen. You people are so selfish. You all know Mina has been facing water problems even before all of you are born. Please be focused.
Mina has been facing water problem even before you are born.
So how would they pay you for that?
No, listen. Apaya. Kasan Lagos Street. Kasan da Lagos Street ba kolta.
Yes.
Kukongila duk da wannan area din duk ba su da kolta. Amma kasan akwai public taps along the Lagos Street. Way back 1970s. Kuma kasan in ka zo muka zo Mina daga kauye daga Badeggi muka shigo railway muka zo Mina, the first thing we appreciate ko da yake mun samu pipe borne water a Badeggi from 1963 lokacin da Samad Bello ya zo 63-64 haka yi commissioning Badeggi water works da ke kaiwa bida ruwa. It was new 1964. akwai water taps in an bude ruwa kowa zai je diba ga ruwa na flowing with high pressure. The same thing with Mina. The company da ya gina Delbato and Bogiala, not Delbato, it's not Delbato, it's a British company. Delbato, but Delbato is Italian. The British company da ya gina water works na Mina, shi ya gina water works na bida at Badeggi. So what I'm saying is that from 70s, Mina has water. Yes. And with clean water, enough water. But we must accept that population Mina has grown.
Population explosion.
But that we are selfish. And you know that Mina suffers water.
And you know. And this person, I'm very sure he doesn't have water in his own compound.
Do we vote the government to come and lament? Is it not to come and solve problem? If there is no problem, there wouldn't be need for voting any person to office. So you should face the problem.
Let's pick one last call real quick. Hello, good morning this morning.
Good morning, Baba.
Morning.
My name is Comrade Ahmed. I'm calling from 123 quarters. Baba, please, I want you to please sponsor me to London School of Governance. I want to have my master's in history and international relations and probably maybe have another additional course in
I should sponsor you to London.
Please. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much.
I should sponsor him to London.
You're going to meet Senator Sani Tiriwan.
He wants to study London School of Political Science and London School of Economics and Political Science.
You know, yesterday the social media was agog with students from China. We are celebrating Sani 313.
Okay.
To tell you they are in China neighbor where even they sponsor now. You're going to hibernation, but this one from China they are calling Sani 313 61 years birthday. We are appreciating you. We are in China. We are in India. So I think that is why I'm saying this so that probably
you can celebrate you too and celebrate together next year. You know.
Next right. No, he should wait. Say after primary.
Okay. If you don't have carry member,
it's irrespective.
So that
all right, gentlemen, say Baba, our time is up. Parting word, so we can. Say Baba.
Idan ka sake embarrassing dina.
Say Baba.
Ni sai na maganin ka.
Ai Baba ka san
baka wuce karfin hukuma ba. Ka zo kai da zai maganin ka sa da Yarbawa. In ka zo ka ce ni je nemi condom. Sai na maganin ka.
Ai ba za ka yi magana ba. Baba ai ba ta rana ba kenan. Ai shu za ka yi kawai sai ka jira abin da yaran ka.
Ni zan dauke zan muka sigina da ido. Sai ka kwada mai mari.
Ai yanzu gaba din dai kamera ne.
Okay. Ya gode muna live.
To Baba yanzu abin da aka ce wasu suna yi wai suna gagin press shine ke so yankan yayi yanzu Baba. Yanzu za ka yi gagin press ne yanzu.
Okay.
Gagin press ne.
Freedom of expression. Yarbawa a to kai yanzu mara kunya ka zama mara kunya ko. To ba ka da kunya ka kalle ne ka ce kondo yayi tsada.
Baba ka bai san dawo haji tukuna ka mashin magana. Ai kai yanzu ka you are simple as ka magana maka ne yanzu.
Na maka. A to mutum yana maka baya tsinuwa. Ina maka wallahi ina mina.
All right, listeners, thank you very much. Come here again tomorrow.
I will die.
Yes. Up next is Badeggi Radio League.